I'm gonna share the best 16 strength moves before you should ever touch any weights or any other equipment, period. This is gonna be awesome for you and completely transform the way you train, paving the path to handstands, flares, flips, and all kinds of fun stuff. Lee Weiland, Pacific Rim Athletics, creator of Powerbatics, and welcome to training. If you master these, you'll excel in pretty much any physical discipline you encounter. And even if you just work towards them, your body is going to become 1,000 times more finely tuned, stronger, and powerful than anyone else you see around you. There's 2 categories for these. The first 10 come from what we call ninja strength element of Powerbatics. This is what we use for basic to advanced strength training for all our students at Pacific Rim Athletics. First, I'll show you the pinnacle move. And even if you cannot get close to the pinnacle moves, I'll give you one of the most basic levels. But remember, what's basic to one is advanced to others, since everyone is unique. And even basic stuff gets people hurt, so don't mistake social media for a proper sensei. But if you train towards them and never even achieve them in your life, you'll still be more finely tuned and powerful than 99% of the people around you. The first 2 of these 10 moves fall into the category of bent arm strength. The front lever row is one. There's absolutely no reason to do lat pull downs, dumbbell rows, and all that until you can do a front lever row. And remember, this is holistic training. So as a person works towards a front lever that's being built is protective of the spine, and in many cases reduces, eliminates, or prevents future back pain. Let's look at the most basic level of this. Just rows with feet on the ground and your core flexed so your body stays in a straight line. But the interesting thing is that there's maybe 10 to 20 different moves in between this one and the front lever row. So you're learning and your body is adapting to all these different positions. That's why I say you become more finely tuned and powerful than everyone you know. And extrapolate this to just the other 9 moves, let alone the 16 I'll show you in this video or the thousands of others in Powerbatics. That's 10 moves times 10 progressions each. That's already 100 new moves that you're training your brain and body to do. Absolutely incredible. Next, just flip the front lever row over into the horizontal pushing. Things like planche push-up, crab push-up, planche dip. And again, if you can't start there, then it would just be things like a basic floor push-up and then 10 to 20 unique progressions tailored to the individual to get them to maximal strength over a period of 8 to 24 weeks for each level up. So that's how you should be tracking your progress. Okay, so that's horizontal pulling and pushing. Now vertical pulling and pushing. For pulling, we can mention both the one-arm pull-up and muscle-ups, as well as their variations in the category of vertical pulling. And you'll start to see the omnidirectional nature of training. And this is just basic strength, not even skill yet. And these should all be acquired before even thinking about touching weights. Harsh truth, but it's a reality. Starting out is obviously acquiring your first chin-ups and pull-ups, and then the muscle-up becomes the gateway to more advanced strength of skill in ninja strength katas. Vertical pushing is the handstand push-up. People say they don't have the balance, when in reality, balance is a function of your strength. So it's just that people aren't strong enough. That's okay though. Starting with pyramid push-ups can be a game changer. Now we transition into 4 exercises that comprise straight arm strength. The first is just a static front lever, building insane levels of core strength and lifelong health. I'd say for like 95% of back issues, if a person learns a front lever, you're gonna overcome a lot of that. The second is flipping this over into a back lever. Don't break your bicep tendons on this one though. It's gonna challenge your connective tissue in ways you never even realized. And it's by far better for your arms than any bicep curl variation in the weight room. The third in the category of straight arm is supporting yourself above an object in all sorts of different positions. This would be like an L stand in the rings all the way up to an iron cross, planche, or handstand in the rings or on the bar. And to conclude the straight arm section, we flip the handstand horizontally for the human flag. Most people have a hard time just standing on one foot with their arms in the correct position and bringing their leg up to level with their body. Give it a try. Hips and glutes are often weak, mobility is in reduced capacity, but like I said, merely training towards these moves will be life transformative. So we have 4 bent arm and 4 straight arm, and now 2 one-arm moves. There's the one-arm meat hook and then the one-arm reverse flag. Now, what if you don't have something to hang from? First, eliminate all excuses from your vocabulary, even ones like this. Every single roadblock, obstacle, distraction, or fear you face can be overcome. Honestly, most equipment is irrelevant anyway, and building a handstand creates strength through the lats, for pull-ups and everything else. It's exactly the way that I did it. All right, so now we have the 6 additional strength moves that bring us to the 16 best that you should develop before ever messing around with weights or mainstream equipment. And once you do, you'll be light years ahead of them anyway. I'll go quick on these ones, as the beginning move will be the same for all 6. Hand support with feet on the ground. Press handstand, V-stand, stalder, crab, hollow back. All the positions of hand balancing. And the 6th position uses the legs, but I always throw this one in here because it's the best. It builds hip, knee, hamstring, and ankle mobility, the leg iron cross. Now all of these can and should press to a handstand. And again, starting positions are simply static holds with feet on the floor. So those are the best, most effective 16 strength moves that you should master, or at least start working towards before ever even thinking about touching a weight or going to a gym. And if you do them, it'll be literally some of the most transformative training you ever do. See you in the next video and in training soon.